I've got your energy stories for the third week of February 2023. And in the first one, BP plans to invest up to $1 billion by 2030 in U.S. EV charging networks. BP will install fast charging infrastructure in Hertz locations in major cities, and some areas of high demand will include gigahubs, supporting rideshare, taxis, car rentals, and the public. BP currently has 22,000 EV charge points globally and targets 100,000 by 2030. Well, EV charging company Electrify America broke ground on a 75-megawatt solar project in San Bernardino County, California. Electrify America will buy all associated renewable energy credits over 15 years, tying the output of this particular project to the electricity supply to its charging network. And the Biden administration announced minimum standards for federally funded EV infrastructure, indicating that a $2.5 billion funding round will soon be available to states, tribes, and municipalities to build out EV charging stations across America. Global automaker Stellantis and wireless charging pioneer HEVO are teaming up to advance wireless charging. They'll demonstrate level 2 charging on a Chrysler Pacifica at a Michigan Stellantis office complex, followed by a 50-kilowatt fast wireless charging project that may lead to further joint wireless applications. Sticking with EVs, Ford plans to invest $3.5 billion to build its first lithium iron phosphate, LFP, battery plant in Michigan, teaming with Chinese battery giant Contemporary Amperex technology. LFP tech gives Ford a less expensive battery alternative in addition to its existing nickel, cobalt, manganese chemistry. The factory will open in 2026, and this is the plant that Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin passed on last month when he asked Virginia's General Assembly to send him a bill that would, quote, prohibit dangerous foreign entities tied to the Chinese Communist Party from purchasing Virginia's farmland. Now let's move on to the grid edge. A California regulatory judge denied plans from rooftop solar company Sunnova to build self-contained microgrids for new residential communities. Sunnova had applied to the California Public Utilities Commission to build and operate microgrids disconnected from power grids within new master-planned residential communities. The judge ruled that Sunnova did not offer critical information relating to safety and how fair rates would be delivered. While global solar and storage operator Sonnen will expand its German virtual power plants to include EVs for the first time, battery capacity will be tapped to manage frequency regulation for grid operator TenneT. The next step is to enroll EVs in 5,000 households, totaling an estimated 80 megawatts. And in other grid-related issues, New York regulators approved 62 local transmission upgrade projects in upstate New York costing $4.4 billion to address grid congestion points and facilitate increased adoption of renewables. The projects will be completed by 2030. Meanwhile, Georgia Power has yet again delayed the commissioning date of its Vogtle nuclear plant expansion, already over 6 years behind schedule and $30 billion plus over budget. This hiccup will cost Georgia Power another $200 million and push start dates of Unit 3 out until May-June and Unit 4 to perhaps March of next year. Parent Southern Company just reported 2022 profits of $3.5 billion. In a competitive market, investors, rather than ratepayers, would have eaten the cost of this debacle. Now let's talk hydrogen. French electric motor maker Leroy Summer will work with Airbus to develop an electric motor for its hydrogen-powered fuel cell engine prototype. The challenge here is to design a safe, reliable, efficient, and low-weight engine to support Airbus's plan to launch a zero-emission commercial aircraft by 2035. An Everwind Fuels company announced environmental approval for the initial phase of a $6 billion green hydrogen and green ammonia project in Nova Scotia. The project is designed to deliver up to 1 million tons per year of green ammonia to German off-takers E.ON and Uniper by 2025. And finally, Amazon is spending $1.5 million to pilot a 25-acre carbon sequestration seaweed farm located between wind turbines in the Dutch North Sea. Researchers and agriculturalists hope North Sea Farm 1 will create a blueprint for global offshore seaweed farming among wind turbines. Well, that's all for this week. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next week.